welcome back to another week. It is the week of March 10th, and so here we go. Monday after school we have MSLT. Also Monday night over at the high school we've got our 8th grade orientation. I always look forward to that. It's a big step for our students to start moving on to the high school. On Thursday after school we'll be having a budget review. I'll be going through all of the budget requests that y'all have put in for your departments, as well as wish list items for this year's budget. And any MSLT or any other staff members for that matter are welcome to join us. So that's it for this week for what's happening. Budgets, budget department and classroom budgets closed on Friday at the end of the day. There's a whole bunch of POs that are still getting entered, so Gail will get that done on Monday. At that point then all department budgets are done, and we will be taking a look at what we have for overall dollars left for the rest of the year, and moving money around to cover some other things. Next step is to approve some requests. Some staff members have put in requests earlier on. Those kind of fit in with the wish list items, so I'll be taking a look at that once we get the budget stuff squared away this week. And I then can start building our budget for next year, which overall our budget will look a little bit smaller, but really that's because we have fewer students coming into the middle school next year. It has nothing to do with the overall budget picture. So this week is a big week for budgets. I'll be taking a pretty close look at it. All right, next up, testing. Everybody knows we've got a lot of testing going on. Next year, this is the update for school-wide testing that happens next year. In the fall, we will still have WKCE testing for 8th grade social studies and science. So it's 8th grade social studies and science, fall WKCE testing. Fall, winter, and spring, just like this year, we're going to do STAR testing in reading and math, which is pretty fast, pretty painless, so that one doesn't take us a whole lot of time, and we get great data from that. And then in the spring, we are going to the Smarter Balanced assessment. So we'll be doing that assessment in the spring, 5th through 8th grade. This week I mentioned that I'm going to be doing an Effective Educator, Educator Effectiveness EE Tip of the Week every week with this. Last week, the tip of the week was to consider your data sources for your SLOs, so pre and post assessments. Whatever you want to use to get your baseline data. This week, the tip of the week is to really look at the value that we have with common assessments. If we have common assessments within our content areas, it makes it very simple to use that as baseline data for your units or your whole course. So this week's tip is to really take a look at common assessments across your department or your grade level department, and use those as a data source as we talk about student learning objectives next year. Alright, and last but not least, last week I had a whole bunch of PLC meetings, primarily on the 5-6 side, a little bit on the 7th and 8th grade side. I'll continue the 7-8 side this week. We're talking about a lot of things, getting ready for next year, especially the departments that are getting evaluated next year, and also taking a look at the protocol sheet and kind of proposing some changes with what that looks like, to make things, I think, much easier for everybody, yourselves, for me, as well as creating a really good artifact that everybody can use as part of their EE process. So I'll share that with the teams that I haven't met with yet this week. That's it for the news this week. I'll see you in the hallways.